Welcome back. The University of North Dakota women's basketball team is off to a 7-6 start, going 0-2 to start Big Sky play. But both of those losses were by a combined 9 points. They're back at home in Grand Forks this week to take on two tough Montana teams and are looking to get back on track. For more on that, here's Alex Heinert with Travis Brewster in Grand Forks.
Thanks, Kelly. Well, Travis Brewster, you and your squad opened up Big Sky play this past weekend against two good teams in the conference. Always tough to get road wins against teams like Idaho, Eastern Washington. Just talk about the start to the Big Sky season.
You know, we've been fortunate to be able to split that trip usually, and you know, it just wasn't in the cards for us. I thought Idaho did a tremendous job of really taking the momentum on their side and knocking down shots. Eastern Washington did the same thing. They took the momentum, and you know, we had a chance at the end of that game, but you know, they had a lot of momentum on their side. So obviously we're back home now, and we've got to see what we can do.
Yeah, and the Idaho contest last Thursday in Moscow, kind of a similar game to the Eastern Washington game. You guys had played well for stretches. It just felt like the run, certainly in the third quarter of the Idaho game, that just stood out as being a little bit too much to overcome.
Well, we talked a little bit about having a little bit more discipline on our side. You know, when you have a lead, you got to protect your lead. And I thought we took some quick shots, and then we gave up some really easy shots. And you know, they capitalized on all of those, and that's tough. You know, it's tough to win on the road when you do that. And we watched film. We've worked on some things in practice. I'm encouraged by how we've handled ourselves and reacted to it. So that's good. In Eastern Washington, like you said, it's the same thing. You know, you got to control the game the best that you can, and at the same time, you know, you got to enjoy it.
I mean, they were two close competitive games. In that game against the Vandals, they used a big 32-point third quarter to pull out in front. Melissa Daly, though, and Fallon Friege hit some really big shots for you down the stretch. Even though you'd come up short in that game, you got to appreciate the fight from your team to stick in this contest until the end.
You know, the effort of this team is something I've never questioned, and I look at our junior class, they play that way. So for those two to knock down shots, that's what they do very well, and that's why they're here. And you know, and their leadership is good. You know, and I thought Fallon was very positive in the situation at hand, and it was very, very strong in her mindset of, hey, we still got an opportunity here. So you look for a bounce back. That's all you can do.
Yeah, you mentioned Fallon. In both of those games this weekend, she has 20-plus points. Lexi Clabo has double-doubles in both of those games. Melissa Daly goes for 17 points exactly in both of those contests. At least the offensive side of things are certainly clicking, especially for your go-to players early in the season.
Yeah, you hit it right on the head. The offensive side's going pretty well. We got to get a little bit better on the defensive side, in my opinion. And they work at it, you know. And so we're going to try a couple different things here, just knowing personnel and just trying to revamp the defense just a little bit to tweak it to our personnel, and maybe that'll help us out. And you know, again, though, the effort's there on the defensive side, but you got to understand at certain points of the game, you just got to figure out a way to get a stop. And sometimes you got to throw, you know, caution to the wind and just make a play. And we're starting to understand that a little bit better.
Yeah, as part of that, again, figuring out that personnel, it's still early in the season. I think it's easy to look and see.
Oh, yeah.
You're only 2 games into the Big Sky Conference schedule, and it is a young team with a lot of new faces this year. There's a kind of a growing process, especially on the defensive end. I think people don't quite understand sometimes.
Well, you know, everybody's result-driven nowadays in our society, and our team as well. But to pursue a conference title in the Big Sky, you have to understand there's going to be ups and downs, and you're going to have to be able to handle those with the same type of fortitude that you would if everything was going your way. And we can't get too caught up in what's going on quite yet. You know, we all know we're going to Reno, you know, and so the biggest thing is, you know, you want to play for a conference title. So we'll see what happens.
Chance to open the account at home coming up this weekend. Again, a Thursday game against Montana, Saturday against Montana State. Grizz were down last year, a rare down year for them, but they appear to be much better this season. Montana State were tied with you for the league championship last year. So a couple tough teams coming into the Betty this weekend.
Yeah, both traditionally strong teams. You know, obviously Montana very young, and now they're more experienced, another year better. Montana State, kind of a rebuild it, but I think they're doing a nice job from what I've seen in film and things. And you look at their record, it shows that. But again, Big Sky play, man, it just doesn't matter. You know, the non-conference was great and all that, but each game now counts, and that's, you know, with those two teams coming in, you need to take care of business at home.
Yeah, it's been a while since you've been home, by the way. We expect people to be excited to see this team in person, to get to celebrate the new year with some UND women's basketball. Thursday at 7 against Montana, Saturday at 2 o'clock against Montana State, a game you can watch live on Midco Sports Network. Brew, good luck getting the girls ready, and best of luck this weekend.
Yeah, appreciate it. Happy New Year.
Yeah, to you as well, buddy.
Thanks.
Kelly, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Alex. Well, next on Midco Sports tonight, it is the debut of our new segment, Water Cooler Talk. You don't want to miss it, so stick around.